What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Michael Wade, and welcome back to the CasBar, the safe space for men to kick back, relax, and talk about the things that really matter within our lives. Just in case you didn't know, we are housed on CassiusLife.com, which is the premier destination for all content curated specifically for the men of our culture. Now, before we get into today's episode, I'd like to introduce our guests. To my left, we got my man Avery Wilson. How you living?
I'm good, man. Pleasure for having me.
Cool. We happy to have you. And on my right, we have my man Jermaine Elliott. How you feeling? I appreciate that shit, yeah. All right, cool. So we gonna get into the regulars that y'all see. My man's Ray. How you feeling immediately to my left? This is the year episode. And across, we got Beans. And last but not least, behind the bar, we have our resident bartender, Jay. Jay, how you feeling? I thought you was gonna leave us hanging. I really did. However, gentlemen, in typical CasBar fashion, we have to have a toast. Today, we like to toast to our guests and to all the great conversation we'll have today.
Yes, sir.
Up, clink, down, drink.
Clink.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
On that note, let's take it back a little bit. Can y'all tell me a little bit about some of your backgrounds or upbringings before the fame, before the lights, before all of that?
Me, I wasn't even trying to do music as a young kid, to be honest. I was like dabbling in sports, just trying to find something that made me feel important. And I just happened to start singing. And my dad do sing, but he don't sing. Music really found me, so it was like I got thrown into it. And the older I got, the more I realized there was more than I thought music around me. Like my uncle, he sang. My dad, he played instruments, but it's like my dad, I never knew that until I got to like 17, 18. But I was on The Voice at 16, so it was like everything was brand new and weird to me about music. I just had to find the love for it. So as a young kid, I never really was around music like that. Like I grew up loving music. Like my aunt be playing Mobb Deep and DMX, and my aunt.
Yeah,
you feel me? She was in there. But thing is, like, I love you. But she was a little weird then, so I didn't expect her to be the type to play that. And my brother, like, he gave me the R&B with like Mr. Biggs, and like he gave me the OG. Like, so I just kind of like grew up around music, but never knew that it would be something that would be in my, my path. So.
Facts. So we're gonna bring it to you, Jermaine. Tell us a little bit about how your childhood came about with the love and the passion for what you do now.
Man, I feel like I've always been inspired to make music, you know what I'm saying? My mom and my dad could sing. So I grew up in a musical household. I used to produce back in high school. But I never really took singing seriously, until one day my brother was like, yo, you can't just be a studio singer, bro. You gotta like put this music out to the world. I'm like, yo, that's when I feel like I knew that I had like a passion with music, and I was like, I had to do it like full time. So I feel like that's how I really started.
Okay. You mentioned your father, correct? Mm-hmm. He's very instrumental. Talk about a little bit before The Voice. Were you gaining any type of practice or experience with your voice? Was he?
Joe Jackson, yeah, he had me out there working. He knows though, but it's out of love, because even if you look at Joe Jackson, what he's birthed, no one can ever like take away from that. Regardless of what you say, how you feel like it's degrading or like put them through stuff. Like the things that came from his lineage, we know to be great. So he put me through definitely a rigorous type of vibe, to be honest. We would just be like in the store shopping, and he'd be like, man, oh, hey, what's good, man? Yeah, that's my son, Avery, sing. And at the time I wasn't trying to do music, so it would just like put me on. And he had like restaurants, which is crazy, like, man, humble beginnings. I started singing at McDonald's before everything. And he would like set it up in his restaurants.
Like an open mic type of vibe?
Every Wednesday I would be there.
McDonald's?
In McDonald's. And of course, people love to eat. So they come get the food and they sit there and watch me. And at first it started off as nobody, but then it started to like grow because it became a thing every Wednesday. And that's kind of like how I got it. So it's like when I tell people all the time, like, man, if you just really focus and you really like put in the time, you can get whatever you want out of life. For real. I started at McDonald's, man.
Oh, that's lit.
That's fire. You started in McDonald's a lot different than the other.
For sure.
That's a lot different. That ain't the cook McDonald's.
But it still felt the same. I wasn't getting paid, so it's like, I was working minimum wage, below minimum wage. Really.
There's something to be said there though, because what he's saying is like what everybody's journey is when you actually start something and you allow yourself to get there and just do whatever you're passionate about, that's like the start point.
Absolutely.
Right, yeah.
And people are gonna judge you. People are gonna say, shut up. People are gonna, they're gonna respond however, but if you continue to do it, you end up in the seat. You know
I've
what I
learned
mean?
that a lot of people in my generation think there's a wrong place to start.
Right.
And there is no wrong place to start.
There's not.
Right.
How great it is or how, subpar it may feel or seem to you is not. Like everything is worth it. If you're trying to get somewhere, it's like the biggest thing you must do is start.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the hardest
One of
thing.
the
gotta
biggest
start.
things.
But I feel like a lot of people in our generation just want to blow up though. They just want to go straight to the top.
That's what I'm saying. They wrong
But I
starts.
feel like
So
our
that's the real
generation doesn't want to put in the work.
I don't think they understand that the work has to be put in.
Yeah, you have
And I
to,
also
you
think
have
that they
to.
put a lot of emphasis on age, right? You got to do this by 21. You got to do this by 30. You got to do this by 40. And that's not it. You just got to do it.
wanna
Once you
tag in
do
on
it,
you,
and it
too.
goes.
I don't necessarily feel like that they think hard work doesn't come with it. They don't want to do the hard work.
Microwave
Everybody
society,
realizes that there's a process to everything in life. These cups got here not because they just woke up one day and was like, okay, you're a glass cup made out of crystals. No, somebody had to put in the work and fire it and do all this other stuff to get it right. But a lot of people just want to be there to get the praise. They
I
don't want to
think
do it.
social media plays a big part in that, right?
Absolutely.
Because you see somebody boiling out of control,
Right.
but they don't really show what it took to get there, right?
If they ball under
Nothing
control.
Right. And if they're not, because you can really plan that out and map it however you want people to see it.
Right.
That's the beauty in social media, but it's the curse too.
Yes,
At the end of the day, people want it, but they don't understand how you got it.
And we're even in more so in the generation where it's like the grass isn't always greener on the other side because the facade of the social media, it has done something to the process. It's almost like, and the idea of the process, because every journey of 1,000 steps begins with one. You understand what I'm saying? But along the way, there are those steps that really change you into the person that you would need to be. So, outside of the music industry, who are you as individuals?
That's a good question.
Well, I'm a humble individual, man. Oh man, I'm just a humble dude, man. Cool, calm, collective, not trying to do too much, just trying to get to my goals, provide for my family, provide for my city, putting on for 516 Cashport, like, just being the person that I need to be for everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm just living out the dreams that I know my parents wanted to. I have to get to that pivotal point where I can say, I accomplished this, because I feel like no man is accomplished until he accomplished that thing that he really wants. You know what I'm saying? My parents they great. They love it.
You feel? Is that not amazing?
It makes me feel amazing, man. Like to just be able to do what I love, and people from different countries and different places just saying the words to my songs, and it's really humbling, to come from a place of not really wanting to do it, but being that voice of your city, so people can see like, yo, you really doing it. I just feel extremely blessed, man. So.
All right, so Jermaine, you told us a little about who you are. Avery, how about you, man? Aside from the music, who
Aside
is
from the
Avery
music,
Wilson?
I'm gonna have to go with the bro Jermaine. I'm a humble, caring. I'm a Cancer, so it's like I'm really like maternal. Like I want people to feel like they can be themselves in my presence. But with that being said, I also know through my journey, I've learned that everybody's not out to be what you want them to be. Like I can't want you to be what I expect. So it's like I have to have a guard up, but still give you enough to where you know that I'm real and respect it. So I mean, I'm just I'm an all around chill, turn up type of person. Like I'm here for jokes, I'm here for the laughs, but music is just a thing that has really like guided my life. But I love family, I love to have a good time, I love to travel. Single. Whoever watching, you feel me, ladies out there, if you really about it, spit your game, shoot your shot, and if not, you getting blocked, and that's it. You know what I mean? But we out here. Yeah, we out here. Thank you for having a space like this too, to be honest. Like just a whole bunch of men being able to sit down and talk and just be able to say what they feel, because that's not a thing.
Everybody out there watching, thank you for viewing. Make sure you be yourself and trust the process, because nothing comes easy. Until next time, if you want to say something, comment below. Heard it. Put mad years under this. Share with your friends and make sure you subscribe. Until next time, no year goes unanswered. My name is Mike.